The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Liberal Party convened for a National Executive Council meeting to elect new officers. The event was held at the historic Club Filipino in San Juan, which has witnessed several significant events in the party. Several LP members attended the meeting, including former Senator Kiko Pangilinan, former Congressman Erin Tañada, and Teddy Bagilat, as well as Albay Representative Edsel Lagman. Rafael Ragos, a key witness in the drug case against former Senator Laila de Lima, showed up in today's hearing but was not able to reaffirm an earlier recantation. Ragos was supposed to take the witness stand today after retracting his statements against the detained former senator back in May. However, the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court said it will first resolve the prosecution's appeal against the decision, allowing Ragos to testify. The court gave De Lima's camp 5 days to comment on the prosecution. Mobile phone users may soon be required to have their SIM cards registered, with the proposed SIM registration bill now on the President's desk for signing. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez with the report.
Following its ratification, Senate Bill 1310, or the SIM card registration bill, now only needs President Bongbong Marcos's signature before becoming a law. Navota City Representative Toby Tiangco, who also chairs the House Committee on Information and Communications Technology, says all retail SIM cards will be deactivated once the law is passed.
It will only be activated upon your registration. Pumunta ka sa tindahan, bumili ka ng SIM, pagbebentahan ka, kaya lang hindi mo magagamit yung SIM na yun. Hanggang sa panahon na kumpletuhin mo yung registration mo, tsaka i-activate yung SIM na yun.
Tiangco adds that those with existing SIM cards should also have these registered.
Pupunta po kayo online, magsasubmit kayo ng isa sa mga valid government issued IDs, mag-fill up kayo ng form, at pag na-register na yan, okay na yung SIM nyo. Pag hindi po kayo nag-register within 180 days, yung SIM nyo will be deactivated by the telco.
Filipinos may have as many SIM cards as they need, as long as they're all registered. Tiangco notes this move will be a huge help in tracking down individuals or groups involved in tech scams and phishing. However, many Filipinos expressed their reservation over the proposed measure.
Parang wala kang privacy sa bawat number na makakukuha natin eh. So alam mo na kung sino yung nagmamayari. Di ba?
Once this becomes a law, people who refuse to have their SIMs registered or those who register their SIMs under false information will face fines ranging from 100,000 to 1 million pesos. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, we are One News.
One News Now will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. PDP-Laban chairman and former President Rodrigo Duterte says their party will serve as a fiscalizer of the Marcos administration if necessary. Let's talk about this some more with PDP-Laban Secretary General Melvin Matibag, who is joining us now via Zoom. Sir, good afternoon and thank you for joining us. How exactly does PDP-Laban plan to fiscalize and at the same time support the Marcos administration? What do you mean by acting as a fiscalizer?
Yeah, good afternoon and thank you for inviting me. First of all, before we comment on that, there is a line before that. Mr. President said that we are not building our party or strengthening the party to fight or to quarrel with the present administration. But if it's necessary, we will fiscalize. We know that President Duterte, ever since, in his mind is what is good for the nation, what is good for the country. So if there is anything that needs to be called out or need to be fiscalized, then that's the...
Heard this. He has called PBBM as a weak leader. Is he actually seeing as early as now, before we hit 100 days of the Marcos administration, perhaps some areas that can be improved on?
Well, there's nothing like that. There's no indication that there is something that is negative. In fact, what PRRD mentioned yesterday is the call for PDP-Laban to support this administration to succeed. Because he was always saying that the success of the administration of PBBM will be the success of everybody. So, if you're asking if there are any indication, to our mind, we can see that the administration is doing their best to continue whatever PRRD has started. Say, for example, the war against drugs. If you will recall from the news that Secretary Abalos has also been very active in fighting the drugs. And the NTF-ELCAC, in the area of NTF-ELCAC, PBBM personally is saying that he will continue what PRRD have started. And the reason I'm mentioning all of those, they are covered by the resolutions that PDP-Laban approved yesterday, so that we can call the attention of PBBM to continue what they've been doing. And if needed the support of PDP-Laban, we will call to support him. We will do so.
All right, and what has PDP-Laban discussed exactly, like certain or concrete plans or concrete moves to be able to support the current administration? Can you share with us? Are you at liberty?
Yes. Actually, right now, PDP-Laban is still the dominant party in terms of the local government officials that's been elected. In fact, the attendance yesterday, we were attended by almost 600 members. More than half of which are elected officials, especially from the local government units. And what we will do right now is to go around our LGU members who are elected so that we can cascade whatever the direction of the party as to the support of this administration. So, well, number one is the peace and order. So we'll continue to disseminate, especially under the leadership of our new Vice President for Mindanao, Senator Bongo Bato, was very active on the drug war. So we'll be on the forefront of those aspects. As to the social services, Senator Bongo will be active on continuing his Malasakit Center. And another important issue that we discussed is the constitutional amendment that we hope to get the support of the administration, not necessarily the shift from the present form of government to federalism, but more so on the amendments that is needed to be done in the Constitution.
All right. Well, before we go on to that, we also have to definitely bring up the factions within the PDP-Laban party. Party president, the newly elected party president, Representative Pepito Alvarez, has said that your faction is open to unifying with the other wing. Is this going to happen soon? Can we soon see just one PDP-Laban, one united party? How does your group plan to push through with this unification?
Yeah, Sean, actually, that's a very good question because we had a discussion regarding this. And ever since, our line is open for communication. And the good thing is, I think, personally, Governor Pepito Alvarez, our new president, and Senator Manny Pacquiao, they have a personal relationship, so to speak, which started from the time that they have the basketball team in PBA, and we're discussing it. So we're open to unify. Although I have to mention that there's still an ongoing motion for recon filed by the group of Senator Pimentel, our group has already been declared as the rightful leaders of the party. But it doesn't prevent us from extending our arms of reconciliation so that there will be one PDP, as you mentioned. So we are open to talks and unification of the party.
Right,
it will strengthen our party even more if that will happen.
Right, I totally agree with that. But just reading between the lines of what you said, your lines will remain open. Does that mean they have to make the first move, or are you guys opening to initiating any unification talks?
Well, even during the time of the campaign, even during Congressman Pepito Alvarez, I think he is already making way to have the unity talks.
All right, thank you so much for answering our questions and for sharing your time and your insights with us. PDP-Laban Secretary General Attorney Melvin Matibag. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
In other news, the Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewerage System, or MWSS, is warning of a possible water rate hike. MWSS Chief Regulator Patrick Lester T. said the depreciation of the peso is expected to push up water rates. He explained that this is part of the ongoing rate rebasing that will take effect in January. He assured the public that they are looking for ways to minimize the impact of the price increase to consumers.
We'll try our best to minimize or at least spread this increase through the next 5 years. So yan ang balak po natin na hindi mo sana mabigla ang ating mga consumers. So we're hoping na in the next few years ay mag-recover ang ating peso.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The death toll from Typhoon Karding has climbed to 12. 6 others are still missing, while 52 people were reported injured. The Health Department wants to retain the annual deployment cap of 7,000 for health workers. The DOH says the country is facing a shortage in nurses and other medical professionals. The Energy Department is expecting another round of oil price rollbacks next week. The prices of gasoline and kerosene are likely to go down by about 1 peso per liter. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.